guys, Mario here, and I know it's been a while. Thanksgiving takes a lot out of me, and not only that, I did kind of fall a little sick. Well, okay, it was a hangover sick, I'm not sure which, but it wasn't because of Thanksgiving. My family and I party, but we didn't party like that. It was my friends. We do Friendsgiving every single year because friends are the family you choose for yourself. And I'm of the firm believer that friends are the people who are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Sometimes they're there to teach you a lesson. Sometimes they're there because you need a shoulder to cry on. Sometimes they're there just for a short amount of time because they get taken from us, from this earth, or we fall out, or they move away. I mean, that doesn't terminate a friendship, but sometimes that does put a lot of roadblocks to having as close a friendship as you used to have. So I always say that friends are in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime because your spouse is your best friend. At least your spouse should be your best friend. They are not your family. They are not your blood relative. That would be really gross and weird. So friends are the family we choose for ourselves, and they're in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So I do want to tell you guys that I had the most wonderful Friendsgiving here at my house. I had 30, 40 people here in my house. We were packed like sardines, and we had 3 brined, deep fried turkeys. Yes, if you've never had that combination, I think you probably should, and you will never have another turkey any other way ever again in your life. And as I'm in the thick of all of the Friendsgiving hoopla, all of a sudden I get a knock on the door. Actually, someone walks in, and it's a friend of mine from Texas who I haven't seen in several months because they moved away. And this friend is the quintessential American success story. They went from living on the streets of Los Angeles with their child to having an apartment to ultimately owning a home in Texas. The part that sucks is they had to go to Texas to get the home, but that's okay because now we each have a place to stay when I go to Texas and she can come to California. So, hey, it's kind of a mutual thing. It works out. So I do want to say thank you to everybody who showed up and to everybody who follows me because that's exactly what the theme of this season is. We're getting to the beginning of December. We're going to be doing the whole Christmas thing. We're going to be doing AmFest. There's going to be a whole bunch of other stuff coming through. It's just racing to get in just before the end of the year. But for right now, let's take a moment and thank each other for our support, for our love, and for not being a total blemish like Chad Loader and Vishal, who got deplatformed on Thanksgiving. So not only do they get to spend Thanksgiving alone, they get to spend Thanksgiving alone without their Twitters. These people are dangerous, and I do want to touch on them, not because I'm thankful for them, but I am thankful for them because they're the ones who get to show the real me, because they're over here throwing out the fake stuff, trying to dox me, trying to put that out there. And the world sees through it. The world can see through their lies. And then when they do dangerous things like put my address on the 101 freeway or, put my husband's business out there, that's grounds for removal. And thankfully, Elon Musk has actually made the changes in Twitter so that we can actually protect ourselves. Because the last thing I need is random people showing up to my house or my parents' house, because for a while there, we shared an address. So guess what? When I get doxxed, they get doxxed too. So the last thing I need is my parents, innocent bystanders, completely not involved with the situation, having Antifa terrorists drive by their house, call them names, take pictures of them. We don't need any of that. And I'm thankful that they don't no longer have a voice on Twitter to do those types of things, because those types of things put people like me and my parents and my friends and my family in danger. So I do want to touch real quickly on the fact that we need to have these difficult conversations with one another. The nice thing about friends is we can have these conversations with one another without feeling like we have to be self-censored. Whereas with family, you really do have to self-censor. I've noticed that you can't have certain conversations with certain family members because, they're going to be upset, blah, blah, blah. Friends, we don't have that limitation. So I think that that's one of the beautiful things also about friends, is that we can have these conversations where we can expand on these ideas. And I'm really sad to see Kanye West walk off Tim Pool yesterday, because that is a difficult conversation. And they wanted to have the conversation. He did not. I watched it happen live, and that is the one thing that I wish that more people would learn, is that we need to have these difficult conversations, and friends prepare us to have these difficult conversations with our families because they will prepare us. They may see things a little bit differently. They may have a different approach than we do, and they will teach us this. Again, friends are in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So all of that comes back together to staying with your friends and the family you pick for yourself. And we got to pick wisely. Sometimes, your friends didn't help you out and you gotta ditch them. You gotta dump them because those weren't friends. Those were acquaintances. Your true friends will be there 100% every single time, no matter what. So I love you guys all. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the week. And I'll see you guys a little bit later. Mwah! Bye, guys.